the question of assassination, I will wait for you to play that clip.
Play it now.
You will tell us, because we all speak the language that the Gachagua speaks. They are here telling us about uniting the country. I don't know if Mwangangi has views on what Gachagua has been saying about this country being a company. He has no shares in that company and he knows it.
Oh.
And he's here defending it. If you want to unite the country, you don't speak the kind of language that we are hearing from Gachagua. And we have said you will not threaten us. He is threatening us that if it was Mishuki, those people who helped themselves to public food, that would be in jail, or you are going to kill people or jail people for eating their own food. Okay. That is absolute rubbish.
And following the impeachment of the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua yesterday, the DP faces a critical juncture in his political career. After 281 members of parliament voted in favor of his impeachment and 44 decided to support him by not being impeached, the case now moved to the Senate, where his fate will be decided.
Or rather, the first motion where this House has gone up to public participation in the constituencies. Mr. Speaker, I only wish that the energy that we are expending here to send a question to all Kenyans about one individual was being used to fight the issues that are failing us in our education, in our health sector. People here, the cost of living has gone too high. People have no jobs. Mr. Speaker, those are the things that this House should passionately deal with. But Mr. Speaker, for a whole day, and from, I don't know, even the last week or 2 weeks, to deal with that one matter, Mr. Speaker, I think that we are losing direction. And it is important, Mr. Speaker, that we deal with the things that are affecting our people. Because, Mr. Speaker, if you look at the education sector, I talked about it here the other day. We don't even have classes for grade 9 going into JSS. Mr. Speaker, the funding model for university has failed. Mr. Speaker, the insurance sector, NHIF, is having a problem, Mr. Speaker. How then do we spend taxpayers' money and time to come and deal with a matter of one single individual, Mr. Speaker? Now we are told that this person, Mr. Speaker, is a tribalist. But Mr. Speaker, those comments that he made, yesterday he made it very clear. And I was shocked. I was very shocked, Mr. Speaker, yesterday, to realize that in fact Kenya Kwanza was actually a company that is limited by shares, and that people negotiated shares for themselves. The mover of the motion is a member of MCCP. MCCP negotiated shares for Lower Eastern. Mr. Speaker, because we have 2 cabinet secretaries in this government, now, Mr. Speaker, we only have 1. And I'm telling you, Mr. Speaker, actions speak louder than words. The Deputy President may have said that he is a shareholder and there are issues about his community, but if you look at the appointments that are being made in Kenya, then you will realize that the person of the President himself is the one who is the biggest tribalist, Mr. Speaker, because he's appointing people from his own community for every position. Mr. Speaker, if we have to find a situation where a school has failed, you do not fire the deputy principal. You get rid of the principal. Our problem is not the deputy, it is the head himself. Thank you, Mr.
Gachagua's hope lies in securing the support of at least 23 senators to block the motion. He stands accused of various charges, including undermining President Ruto, corruption, and promoting ethnical division.
County governors and deputy county governors, and to make a determination on the alleged infractions of the Constitution and other laws. As this matter comes before you, I cannot underscore enough the immense public interest that this matter has elicited, and for good reason. This is yet another opportunity for the Senate to demonstrate its fidelity to the Constitution and to live up to its reputation. It is therefore behoves the Senate as the trial chamber to maintain integrity and impartiality in this administration of justice, and to make a determination on this matter purely based on its merits. Honorable Senators, in terms of the way forward, the manner of disposing of this impeachment motion will not be significantly different from how the Senate has previously investigated and determined the proposed removal from office by impeachment of county governors and deputy county governors. Standing Order 78.1 of the Senate, standing orders, as read together with Articles 152 and 145.3b of the Constitution, provide the Senate with 2 options on how to proceed with this matter. Senate may, 1, by resolution, appoint a special committee comprising 11 of its members to investigate the matter, or 2, investigate the matter in plenary. In this regard, the Senate Majority Leader will, at an appointed time during this sitting, give a notice of motion and move a motion for the establishment of a special committee. Till the motion be carried, the special committee will investigate the matter and report to the Senate on whether it finds the particulars of the allegations against the Deputy President to have been substantiated. In the event that the motion for the establishment of a special committee does not pass, the Senate will proceed to investigate the matter in plenary. Consequently, I will appoint a date for the commencement of the hearing of the evidence for purposes of the investigation. Now, honorable senators, I wish to emphasize that the debate on the motion for establishment of a special committee shall be confined to the matter of the motion. That is, whether or not to establish the special committee. It shall be improper and out of order to debate the substance of the impeachment, its merits, propriety, prudence, or constitutionality, or legality of the process that have preceded the submission of the matter to the Senate. In the meantime, and during the pendence of this impeachment process in the Senate, I wish to caution honorable senators to desist from publicly commenting on the merits or demerits of the impeachment motion. Doing so will amount to anticipation of debate, which is an infringement of Standing Order 99 of the Senate Standing Orders. Honorable senators, to make it clear, it shall constitute gross disorderly conduct within the meaning of Standing Order 122 for a senator to make comments, whether written or spoken, in relation to the conduct of the Deputy President or the impeachment process, which is outside the confines of the impeachment proceedings, as such comments may prejudice the just outcome of this matter. As I conclude, I urge all honorable senators to stay true to the oath of office and exercise the highest level of responsibility on this particular matter.
Despite the overwhelming vote in the National Assembly, Gachagua remains defiant, refusing to resign. He has accused the President Ruto of orchestrating his removal and insists on his right to remain in office, citing his electoral mandate. Gachagua claims his push for development in the Mount Kenya region has led to political attacks against him as he continues to advocate for completion of critical projects.
Now, I'm not predicting that there will be impeachment of president or deputy presidents in future, but Mr. Speaker, the point I wanted to make, and I don't know why Senator Sifuna is irritated. You'll have your time. Why are you worried? Mr. Speaker, that is what I want to conclude by saying, Mr. Speaker, just add an extra day so that the accusers, which is the National Assembly, can have elaborate time to present their case, and also the Deputy President can have the time to present their case. So that, Mr. Speaker, when they move to another fora, they will have opportunity of having the opportunity of being given a chance and the principles of natural justice. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you for that indulgence, and I will properly be guided. Thank you.
Meanwhile, ODM Secretary General Edwin Sifuna's decision to support the formation of a Senate committee to hear Gachagua's case after it had been brought up by Aaron Cheruiyot has sparked interest, while initially opposing the DP. Sifuna has supported the committee's formation to ensure due process is followed and the charges are thoroughly examined.
I want to invite the Senator for Nairobi, Senator Edwin Watenya Sifuna, to second this motion.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. As you have indicated in your communication, indeed this is a matter that is extremely unique, that has elicited immense public attention, and therefore, Honorable Speaker, given the mood of the House and especially on the minority side, I respectfully decline to second that motion.
This move reflects a desire for a transparent legal process, ensuring that Gachagua is given a fair hearing in the Senate. The coming Senate trial will determine whether Gachagua will survive or be ousted, making a critical moment in Kenya's political landscape. Let me know what you think at the comment section. But just a reminder that if you're meeting for the first time, don't forget to take a minute, click the subscribe button. You can also like, share, and drop me a comment and tell me what you think and where you're watching this video from.